I'll have to remember.
Intermission. Copyright strike. I'm just kidding.
There you go, confusion.
You gotta erase that from.
If you guys are looking to get a massage, hit up any of these places.
Alright, so this is a discussion about intermission. This is a talking discussion that we're going to have about intermission.
Just restarted. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Alright, this is a discussion that we're going to have about the song Intermission. So this is our instrumental track. So I think that in the future, this might be like Metallica's Unforgiven. Or no, not Unforgiven, sorry. I think that it's because it just has like 1, 2, and 3. That's probably what I'm thinking of. But what I'm thinking of is the unspoken version, which is most Metallica records have 1 instrumental. But they broke that, I think, on the Black Album.
Mm-hmm.
That's when My Friend of Misery was originally supposed to be.
Yeah.
But it did. But each record had an instrumental. Pulling Teeth, Anesthesia, and for Ride the Lightning it was called
Cthulhu,
and then Orion, and then for Injustice,
To Live Is to Die.
To Live Is to Die. And then for the Black Album, it was supposed to be My Friend of Misery, and I don't think they did that until Death Magnetic. Suicide Redemption.
Yep. And they stopped it.
And then
because Hardwired doesn't have a
Hardwired, and then the new track might have an instrumental, but this is our recurring track because we have a new song called Intermission 2.0 named after Tosh.0, which might be a tradition. Like we just have an instrumental on the track. I had nothing to say on the track. Like when I heard it, I always thought it was supposed to be an instrumental. And like I said, it sounded like some southern country song. Like it's had some hick elements to it or something. So it was a lot of, but originally the tempo was really really short. Oh yeah, and the way I came up with it actually was, there's this jazz scale. In the jazz scale, it goes like, it goes something where it had like a three repeat thing or whatever, but then I changed the scale and I played around with it with that scale. So when I first learned it, that's what I came up with. I could show it on guitar. I don't know which guitar is tuned. That one, right? The Ibanez.
Right. Which one were you using, Bryan?
Small one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so this one might be tuned. So the jazz thing, I think, was like, what was the jazz thing? I think. That's the jazz thing. So then I just took that little. So I kept that. So that's where I came up with that, was just from a scale, from like some random little scale I did. But that was pretty cool. But yeah, and it stemmed from there, and it just kept going, and then. What do you call it? Yeah, it was our first instrumental type of ordeal, and it started with the cowbell too.
That song was difficult.
That's all I remember.
That song was difficult, especially that snare. Timing it was a pain in the ass. I don't know.
Oh, the fast part, yeah.
I don't know how long that took.
Oh yeah, when we were recording in church.
Yeah, over there, that was tough, but coming up with it was even more difficult because of the time that it has, and then just making sure you come back in time, and then it's very confusing because you have to hit the snare twice, and then you have to hit the cymbal and then repeat it. I think it's like 4 times you do that, and then going back, and then it's pretty fast. In the beginning, this song wasn't very very fast in the beginning. It was very slow. So then when it came, but when I came in, this song, I was like, no, we gotta speed it up, and I sped it up, and it was a lot to the way we play it now. It was very difficult to just time and come up with those different changes in the drums, and then also in the ending of this song, it was quite difficult too. Timing, we had very issues in the in the ending because Carlos wanted. I think you wanted more, right? We wanted us to play less.
I think
on the ending of this song.
I'm talking about the
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Yeah, leading up to it, when we are playing on the toms and hitting the cymbals, Hector and I think it was like 4 times that we were supposed to do it. Carlos wanted to do it 4 times on his own, and then we played it 6 times together and 2 times on your own, and then just coming up with that. We did various different variations of that, and then it's still very confusing. I think Hector and I come up with he basically tells me when to stop, and yeah, that's kind of how that song goes. But it was a very challenging song, even though it's just an instrumental. And we'll see how Intermission 2.0 turns out. I'm not looking forward to it.
I just remembered the first demo of this song was incredibly slow. It was.
Yeah, because I think it was just.
It made it sound dumb. It did not work. It's because I was playing it. That's why I was.
He sucks.
It sucks. But it's because it started off as an exercise. Just that same tempo I just did was like, that's how it was. It was just like, dun, 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 dun. So it sounded like an exercise when we first did it. And then obviously I'll play some B-roll of that, so you'll be like, oh, that's what it sounded like. And then, yeah, but that one, that was the thing with Intermission was that. And
how was the cowbell included? Because we didn't have a cowbell.
I think he tried, right? Wasn't that?
I didn't put any cowbell.
No, that was me. I just don't remember how I did it.
Right.
You just started it with a cowbell, and again, I really don't remember how.
I think it was because for the intro, we wanted that intro to be the thing. We wanted that dun dun, so we wanted something that.
Oh yeah.
To have that type of thing. It originally was supposed to go like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, see, they wanna play drums, but we can't.
We can't play drums. But yeah, so he just kind of hit the block or hit the cowbell, and then we got that same effect of being able to do that little intro dun dun. So. It was cool. I thought it was dope. It's a really fun song to play. And then the inspiration for the only lyrics on there is this thing called the Hog Calling Contest. And it's hosted in Illinois. And there's this fat white kid with like glasses with shades or whatever. And he has a Caesar haircut, right? And
you mean an Edgar?
An Edgar haircut, yeah. And he goes up to the mic and he says like, "Hey pig, come on piggy, So he does like all this crazy stuff. And so I just like, when I saw the video, I was like, hick. So essentially the beginning is just me saying hick really loud in that part. So when I bend the note down, I just go like hick, and then like hit the really high note. And so that's the only lyric on that instrumental, technically. It's just me saying hick, which could just be a sound, but it was inspired by the pig calling contest or the hog calling contest. And I think the third guy actually won. If you watch that video, you can go on YouTube and watch it. It's the third person that won, because he said he went to school for it, and he was like, yeah, I went to school and I studied pig calling, and I'm just like, all right, I guess. And he did a pretty good job. But that was a weird thing. I've never heard of a pig calling contest, but I guess that's what you guys do in the Midwest or something. I don't know.
They don't have anything to do now.
So
they can go in the mud. That's all they have, right?
Pretty much.
Go mud and what else do you have for intermission? In the slash riff.
That was yours also.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's your riff.
Oh, because it can't. It basically was a power chord version of the that little 3-piece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we stole that from Slash, or like, I don't know how we stole it from Slash. I think it was just a Slash type of riff. That's all it was. But hopefully if Slash ever hears it, you know, he's like, oh, that's cool. You know?
Imagine.
But we'll see. I'll see.
Shout out Bryan Munoz and Chris's Burgers. I'm just kidding.